Well, again, everyone, welcome to the Options Mentor. Well, we did hit that all-time high this week after the Fed did a half-point rate cut, a little more than many market participants even expected, but it was in line with what most of them expected. And not surprising, in an election year, they often do that, as the chair does work at the pleasure of the current administration, and they try to window dress things for who's ever the incumbent normally. So there you have it. They cut the rates, and here we sit right at all-time highs. Interesting though, the volatility's still up there a little bit. That's like a middle range volatility. It's not super low, certainly not high. So this coming week, probably the biggest news of the week will be the PCE on Friday as far as economic reports. So that is something to be aware of. And then between now and then, we'll just have to see how much further the market wants to take this run. My guess is that they might run up a little more. I wouldn't be surprised at 57.20 or 25, and then maybe have a pause, maybe even a pullback a little bit. Just gauging, what's going to go on from here. The PCE will probably be very important, as I'm sure the market already will be chatting up this week what the next rate cut might be. So let's take a look at a trade idea. Since we really, I think it's hard to predict what we'll do from here. Could we push higher? Of course. It seems a little more likely that we would kind of run out of steam a little bit here and at least think about it. So I modeled here a very short term, this is about as short as I'll ever do one, double diagonal. Now this one expires on this Friday, and your long is just 3 days later on next Monday, the 30th. So what do we have here? So this double diagonal is modeled with the close on Friday at 57.02. Now, I would put this trade on probably mid to late day on Monday if you're going to do it. And to do it, I'd really want the VIX primarily to be between about 15 and 20. Maybe a little into the 14s is fine. So if anything crazy happens and maybe we go down hard or something, the VIX is over 20, I may not do this. But between about 14 and 20, this is something I think might make sense if you understand it and if it's you tomorrow afternoon, maybe sometime. And what I've done here is I went up to 57.30, so almost 30 points up, bought a long call, and then I went up 5 points higher and sold a short call, and then I went down to 56.60, giving us a little more room on the bottom, and then to 56.50 long. So you notice, of course, that the short on the call side is 5 points apart, while the short on the put side is 10 points. Let me show you why that is. If we look here, what if we went to 56.50 in the configuration I already have? It'd be down about 70 bucks. You can see that there. But what if I had this 10 points wide? Now we go to 56.50. Goodness, down almost 3 times that. So that's why I go 5 points wide on the call side, 10 on the put side. Now there are circumstances where I might use 10 on the call side, but most of the time I do only use 5. Now the reason you can get away with that at this point is because we're at all-time highs. Calls are very much sought after, and that really skews them to where you only need to be 5 points wide rather than 10. If we were in more normal market times, like most of my trading career over the last 25 years, the calls and the puts would be very similar, and you'd probably be 10 points wide on each. But currently, calls are highly sought after because, let's face it, many of the market participants just don't ever see downside in the market at all. They think it's going up forever. I've been trading, like I said, 25 years. I have never seen the euphoria for the upside like this in my trading career, nor if you balance it against the fact that the economy is in terrible shape and they're doing it. So it's kind of interesting. But anyway, I think this trade makes sense in this environment. Quite simply, I'd be probably myself going for 8 or 10% and just get out. Now, you may have to be in this till Wednesday or Thursday. It wouldn't surprise me, just to get the volatility to loosen up a little bit, time decay to work for you, and get 8 or 10%. But I would say this, I would get out of this on Thursday. Don't go into Friday, particularly with a PCE. There's no way to protect yourself, and it's no fun. You don't want to be in an expiration day on Friday. I do it very occasionally, but I really don't like it. And I would advise you not do it with a PCE on Friday. So this is what I have for this week. I appreciate it if you would like and subscribe to the video here and to my channel, and check out my video descriptions. They all have how you can be with me over at Aramer.com every day, where I go over what trades actually working in a live, market environment. Every day we look at it differently. What could have happened? Maybe something will happen tomorrow. Then you'd know what I'm thinking if the market changed or whatever. But I'm there every day, a half hour before the market opens, with going over what's going on in the market, what looks good that day. And then on Monday and Thursday, I'll have a traders lounge where we'll look at live trades, and a help desk if you have a trade on you'd like to discuss with me. We do it right there in the group setting. So check out how to access all that. And I will be with you next week. Have a good trading week, folks. Bye-bye.